Hey everybody, Robert from Black Belt Gaming, back with Lord of the Rings, the card game. This is the last scenario in the core box set. I have a bit of a coughing cold right now, so sorry if my voice sounds a bit different or if I cough any during the gameplay. Playing through the last scenario, I will be playing on easy mode, so some of the more difficult cards have been removed according to the PDF. And characters will start with one resource before we officially start. But I may go ahead and continue one more time playing the basic game, which means I won't be using shadow boost cards. So I'll just be playing with the basic stats on the different cards. So a number of comments, and there were some concerns that maybe I'd made an error, but all of this data is found in the easy mode document and in the basic rule book, or the rule book for the game, called the basic game. So I'm going to go ahead and continue that as I play through this for the very first time. So it says here that the Lady Galadriel of Lorien has asked you to investigate the area in the vicinity of Dol Guldur. While doing so, one of your allies was ambushed by orcs, captured, and is now being held in a dungeon cell. So we go through this setup by putting out the three encounter cards, the three objective cards, and attaching encounter cards to them. So this was a little bit tricky for me to figure out, but let's give it a try. So I'll move this over. We need to put encounter cards here, and here are the same three heroes I have from the Back to Basics deck that I used in the previous scenario. It worked pretty well. So encounter card number one, I guess, goes with this objective, and it is a location called the Endless Caverns. It says Doomed 1 and Surge. This is new to me. Doomed, I think that said you have to raise your threat. So it goes up to 28, I assume. And Surge. Surge means you get another card, but this one already has one. So I guess the Surge card will go here. The Orcs. The first player chooses one character currently committed to a quest and deal 2 damage. Well, nobody is on a quest yet. So I guess this is still card number 1. And then we have this one, the Spider. When revealed, each player must choose and exhaust one character. Well, these are the three heroes. Maybe I'll exhaust Theodred, try to save Eowyn for questing and Barivor for defending. And then I think we need to do one more card due to the Surge spillover. And this is another location, so I guess it'll go over here. Let's see what's next. Okay, when revealed, randomly select one hero and turn it face down. That hero is now considered a prisoner, cannot be used, cannot be damaged, and doesn't collect resources until it is rescued. The players cannot play more than one ally card each round, and we can't go to the next stage unless we have at least one objective card. Well, here are the three heroes, and to get one randomly, I guess I just have to shuffle these around. I could probably roll a die or something to determine, but looks like Theodred, he was exhausted already from the Spider. Anyway, he's gonna go face down. I guess he stays exhausted, and we'll keep our ladies. That's not too bad. She's my questing hero, and she's sort of my defense hero. So let's continue from here. So let's get six cards as our starting hand. This can cancel when revealed effects. I wonder if the timing, if I should have already had this in my hand. Well, I wouldn't have any resources, I guess, to do it. So when revealed, I guess if that's going to come later, I can cancel something. All right, so playing on easy mode, we start with a free resource. And then we'll begin the turn with the normal resource phase. So we start with another resource, and we draw one card. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, these are our starting cards. Have some allies, some cheap, some expensive. However, any purple cards I have are going to have to wait because he's in jail. So let's see what we can do our first turn. Well, allies were a big help in the game I played the other day, so I think I'm going to spend 2 from lore, and we'll bring out our 1 ally for the turn. And I don't know if I have anything. I guess we can cancel the when revealed effect if it's bad. We'll just keep that ready. So that's going to be our planning phase. And now we'll look to go into the questing phase. These engagement checks, these guys are going to attack. And that's at least 2 attacks on us. Probably have a couple of defenders. But we also have already about 7 threat facing us. We're kind of in trouble either way. So I think I'm going to commit Eowyn. And I don't want to let a bunch of attackers come through undefended. So I guess I'm going to keep these 2 and try to manage the threat somehow. Let's see what we get with the encounter card. This is Under the Shadow, and it says, until the end of the phase, raise the total threat in the staging area by X, where X is the number of players in the game. So it would be 1. That's not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this would be 8. So that's going to be actually 4 threat going on the tracker. Let's put that up there as a discard pile. Well, that's what it's going to be. So we're already up to 32. I've got some cards in the spirit deck that can bring that down some, but it's kind of a rough start already. The travel phase, we've got a couple of options here. I mean, this one's the higher threat card, but we're going to have to exhaust somebody to go there. And this one we can travel to much easier, but it's only 1 threat. But we know these these 2 enemies are probably going to come down. Let's travel to this one, and I guess it makes this unguarded now, as far as I understand. So let's travel to the Endless Caverns, and we'll have that as our active location. So no progress tokens, obviously. Well, I think we head into the encounter, making engagement checks. With a threat of 32, both of these guys are coming down. So we do have 2 available, but both of these are dropping down. I think we have to get ready for combat. So I'm going to use these as defenders. Playing the basic game, which is kind of my comfort level right now, we're not going to be adding shadow cards. So I'm going to put the orcs over here, and we're going to put the king spider over here. So we're going to use these two characters to defend. And I'll probably need to double check my timing and get the flow of the game again, but I think we enter combat. Normally they would get shadow cards, so I'm going to take 2 cards off and just kind of drop those into the discard pile to keep the pile moving. And we have an attack here of 3, a defense of 1, so that's 2 damage, 2 out of 3 hit points for him. We have an attack of 2 and a defense of 2, so no damage to Barabor. So I think with that, combat is resolved. We can refresh our ally and our 2 heroes, and we need to advance our threat by 1 to 33. And then I think we're ready for the next turn. Let me know if you spotted any mistakes so far. So just to clarify, I see some text down here. It says shadow. That's what I'm not using for the basic game. I'm going for kind of the bare minimum to make it less complicated, a little less swingy, and allow me to get a good feel for the flow of the game. So we're heading into the next round. We start with resources. Heroes each get 1. And we get to draw a new card, and this will allow us to do some healing should someone need it. He's kind of hurt, so it can heal a character. So yes, it can be an ally if we want to use it that way. So just talking to myself here, I believe these cards, these objective cards, which started with an encounter card in front of each of them, I believe they are now all unguarded. So I can grab one of these for a cost of 2 threat, I guess at any time. And I don't think they're going to be guarded again. So maybe I'll just kind of move these over. They're all freed up, and give a little more room to our staging area up there. Well, as we head into the planning phase, we can play some cards. I might play another ally for this turn. This is also a lore, cost of 1. This is the elf that can check out the encounter deck for us. So we'll pay our 1, and then we'll get ready to head into the questing phase. Current threat is 2 plus whatever we pull out, so we're going to put Eowyn there. And I wonder if this is a good time to exhaust River Song and check out and see what's... Actually, it might be a very good time to check out and see what's coming. So what is this? Just River Song to look at the top card of the encounter deck. So what's coming? Another spider. We're looking at a threat 2 is on its way. Okay, well, combat is on the way, isn't it? So with a threat of 2, that's going to be a 4. Eowyn by herself can at least keep that from getting any worse. So we'll just we'll keep her exhausted, and we really need to get rid of some of these guys somehow. Well, here we are. The rough ride is going to continue so early in the game. Committed to the quest, we know what's coming. We know this is enough to at least keep the meter from advancing, but we're just not getting any progress travel phase. We're already at a location. So, sorry, let's continue the quest. We need to reveal one in the staging area. So that's our 4. So nothing added anywhere. Encounter phase, we make a check, and another one comes down. It says, when revealed, each player must choose and exhaust one character that you control. That's gonna hurt. Wow. Okay. Boy. That's really gonna hurt. Well, it will. Did it say? It said character you control, so it's not hero. So I could have exhausted him, but I think I want to use him as a blocker. So maybe this is still okay. It's still going to hurt though. Engagement, we're going to have him with the spider, but that means that these two, or should I? Yeah, these two are going to get through. So as we begin combat, we would deal out about 3 shadow cards. I'm just going to pop those over there. We're not using them right now. This is hard enough for me. So now they get to attack. The spider attacks for 3. He's going to be killed. So we've lost our first ally. I guess I'll put it up here. Then these 2 attacks are unguarded. So that's going to be 2 damage to one of the heroes, and I don't think we get any defense taken off of that. Well, here we go. We're going to have to divide the damage this way if we want to stay in the game. Undefended attack gets no reduction. So that means that 3 points of damage are going to go here. She has 4 that she can take total. And then 2 damage are going to go on here. If I was playing with shadow cards, the game would probably already be finished. So yeah, I think that's how that's resolved. And he killed his opponent. So I think that's going to take us to refresh, because we can't counterattack. Let's ready everybody up, and we'll advance the threat by 1 to 34. Starting the new turn, we give each hero a resource. We get to draw 1 card. Choose a player, shuffle that player's discard pile back into their deck. I only got the 1 ally in my discard pile. So not many resources for green. I'll kind of keep my green cards together. Can't afford anything really for green. So do we have anything here in Spirit that we want to play? When revealed, put an ally. Put that ally into play under your control. Has to be in the discard pile. Okay. Well, we're kind of in a desperate situation already at the beginning. I think I'm going to bring the Dwarf Craftsman back by using the Spirit card, Stand and Fight. So I think we're going to need to pay 2 Spirit and put this in the discard. And then I think he can come back into play under our control. It's just off screen here. So our dwarf is back. So heading into questing, we're going to have Eowyn quest. I don't think I have enough to play any healing cards. I need 2 resources to do that. So this is a bit dangerous. I need as many defenders as I can. I already got 3 attacking. So she's going to quest. Let's see what comes out. Iron Shackles. It's a when revealed card. Attach Iron Shackles to the top of the first player's deck. Count as a condition attachment with the text, the next time a player would draw one or more cards, discard the shackles instead. So it just becomes a dead card in your deck. That's an inconvenience for now. Probably we can try to hang in there and allow that to pass. So with that, we actually get 2 progress tokens on the current location. So we'll put those towards the endless caverns. That leaves 1 more progress token to be needed to finish that one. So I think we're heading now into the encounter phase. Everybody's already coming down to engage us, so we need to pick out some defenders. Well, neither one of my heroes can take any more damage without being out of the game, so we're going to have to use Barabor here to actively defend against these orcs. And then the other 2 are going to have to take on the spiders. So spider number 1 will attack and hit our dwarf. He's got a defense of 1. So that is again 2 points of damage right back on him. Just as he was defeated the first time, he can take 1 more point of damage. 0 defense here for River Song. And 1 hit point. So defending here, he's actually going to be taken out of the game. And then the orcs hit and don't break through the defenses of Barabor, but she's exhausted defending. So we have no means to counterattack. No more enemies being eliminated. This is really hard. We're going to finish the turn by refreshing. And let's crank this up to 35. And we'll start the next turn. We will begin with some resources. 1 for each hero. We'll draw a card, which is the shackles. We'll get rid of that. By the way, I think I forgot to shuffle through about 3 cards worth of shadow cards there for that group attack. So we are now into the planning phase where we can play something if we've got the funds to do it. I think we want to do some healing here, so we need to heal all damage on somebody. And I think I'm going to pay 2 and heal the damage here on Barabor. Don't have much options here with with these cards unless I want to shuffle those back into my deck, and I'm just not sure that's what we need to do for now. Again, we're going to be in big trouble. We've got 3 enemies coming at us and virtually no way of managing that many attacks. And those are both lore cards from the discard. Oh, man. Well, let's think about questing. So questing here for 4. Let's see what we get. 2, the Mountains of Mirkwood. So it's another location. So no progress being made. And now we're heading into engagement and combat. So we're going to have one of these attacks undefended again. Well, we'll have to let it be the orc attack. Excuse me. The orc attack that's going to break through for 2. And it's going to hit Barivore for 2 damage. The spider will attack. She will defend. So she's going to get 1 damage. And then the spider will attack. He will defend. And that's 2 more damage on him. That's enough to kill him and take him out. So that's how that looks. We refresh. And put up another counter here. And that's the end of that turn. This is looking pretty doomed. But let's start the next turn with our resources. We'll draw a card. Hope it's just a magical card. No, it's one we can't use right now. I think this may be game over. For snare, we don't have enough resources. Gandalf's our only option. I'm assuming you can combine the resources from different cards for something like Gandalf. So during the planning phase, let's see if he can save us. We're going to pay all of our resources, 5 tokens. And he's going to come into play. After he enters play, we draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy, or reduce your threat by 5. I'd love to reduce the threat, but we've got to get rid of enemies. So one of the spiders has got to go. So Gandalf kills one of the spiders. And then we're going to head into questing. And we've got 4 in the staging area. Without letting the threat go up, I'm kind of doomed. I mean, what I'm thinking is if I really need more heroes to attack. I'm not getting any attacks on these guys. So, well, we're lasting another round here, but I think I'm going to have her quest. I just don't know if she's going to accomplish much of anything by not doing that. Unless we want to have her just put 1 single hit point of damage on somebody. Let's stick with our usual. We'll have her quest. We'll draw. We got orcs again coming into the stage. So 2, 4, 6. That's going to be 2 more coming on. And there was a when revealed effect. 2 damage to the character that's committed to the quest. Yeah. I think we are on our way out. She's killed. So then after this, we go to engagement, and we need to assign defenders. I don't even know why I'm bothering with this. We're going to have her defend against orcs. Gandalf will defend against spiders. And this one will be undefended, and it has to go on a hero, and that kills her. And then we lose the game. Wow, that was hard. Well, I gotta say, easy mode and basic were not, it wasn't so easy. At least not for me. Let me know if you spotted any mistakes. I'll try to learn from the failure and give this another try. Maybe it was just the luck of the draw, but I was absolutely overwhelmed by attackers. And I understand this in this game, you can get overwhelmed by locations, and sometimes you can get overwhelmed by monsters. So Let me know if I did anything wrong or if you spotted something that perhaps I could have done that I didn't. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll continue to play some more Lord of the Rings, the card game, in the near future.